What's up, everybody? It's your host, Dan Weaba, and I'm back with another podcast episode, man. I had to do a special podcast, man. We damn near dropping two in 1 week, man. I just dropped today, this morning, with the NFL week one and week two games, bro. And then today, man, I got to do Champions League. I had to call my boy Sekou, man.
What's the deal, my guy?
It's the deal, man. Last time he came on, I don't even know who. Last time he came on, I don't even think it was knockout stage, was it?
It was knockout stage last time. It was I think it was around semifinals when it was around I think when Arsenal and
PSG was playing. Yup.
I think it was it might have been before. Okay, quarterfinals when Arsenal and Madrid played, right? Arsenal and Madrid played, didn't they?
Oh, I know they play. I'm looking want to check because that means that was a minute ago.
Yeah, because Arsenal beat. I think Arsenal beat.
Oh, gang, you right. It was the semifinals.
Yeah, it was Arsenal beat Real Madrid in the
quarter.
And then the semifinals was PSG versus Arsenal.
Hell yeah, man! And who would have thought PSG would have won it all, man? After coming from what they didn't even make it top 10. I mean top 8, because you know how top 8 is the automatic round of 16.
Right.
I believe there was 16 or 17 place. They went all the way. They beat Liverpool. They beat Aston Villa. Then they end up beating semifinals Arsenal, and then destroying Inter Milan 5-0 in the Champions League. That was so unexpectedly.
That was so unexpected. I think personally, I couldn't even understand how like PSG got there, especially after losing Mbappe the season before.
Dog, for real.
It's always a question of, does PSG have a midfield? And they showed last year that they probably had the best midfield in all of football. So, I mean, it goes to show that PSG, when you have a team has a well-oiled machine that has a lot of great pieces in different places, and I think also what helped them was getting how you say his name, the very where's he from? I think Georgia, Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, Kvaratskhelia, the one that they picked up in January window.
Yeah, like him, like having him on your team.
That was a key piece right there. He's nasty. I fuck with him.
Nasty, skilled, technical, strength, mentality. It's all there, man.
Man, PSG was so good last year, man. They had like 9 nominees out of the starting 11 as a Ballon d'Or. And it's so crazy that we talk about Nabella being Ballon d'Or, but they talk about Vinicius as well.
Yeah,
being Ballon d'Or winner. He could pretty sure land top 5. Pretty sure he can land top 5 in Ballon d'Or.
I think for the Ballon d'Or, when we talk about that, I think me personally, I think Dembele should just win it. He won he won goal in his league. He played. He won on every level, every league. I think it's also a statement year for him because of what he went through prior to that.
Yep.
I also think this is just it would be nice to see. It would be nice to see a Frenchman make a change.
Winning a French award, man.
The French award at that. You know what I'm saying? So
it could be a first.
Dembele wins it, but I'm not gonna lie. On his team though, Vitinha was amazing. Hakimi was amazing. That's another player as a right back. His goal and assist.
And that's what he had a point for himself. He said, "I play right back, but I could do everything that a right wing could do." And I said, "Shit."
No, he showed.
He had good points on that, but PSG was so nasty last year, bro. I was pissed how good they was, bro.
Yeah.
But man, though, then the Club World Cup happened. PSG, they ran through Atletico Madrid the first game. They lost the game to a Brazilian team. I forgot what team it was. Then they won the rest of the games, and then until knockout stage, they saw Madrid, and that 4-0 win versus Madrid, that was kind of a shocker to me too, man. But that's when Madrid's defensive line, they didn't have Dean Hooser, Trent Alexander. But, man, PSG looked amazing throughout that whole tournament until the championship game when Cole Palmer and Jose Pedro, they exposed Gigi. They exposed Gigi Donnarumma.
There, man. He's
yeah, man. Chelsea winning that Club World Cup, man. That's how I just want to start off with Chelsea, man. Yeah. What are your expectations with Chelsea this year, man? Prem League this might be the hardest year for the Prem League, man. There's a lot of good teams in the Prem. and they're one of the top 8 favorites to win the Champions League, man. But what do you see with Chelsea this year? I'm really liking their squad. I just want to see what you know.
You know what? I think with their manager, that's already a great. They're already in a great spot. Enzo Maresca is one of personally, I think he's one of the best coaches in Europe as a young coach. I think the way he has Chelsea as a oiled team together, and they play chemistry, and there's a style of football. There's an identity within Chelsea now that they haven't had for a lot of years now.
For a long time.
I think they have a possession, but they have a possession-based game, but also they're very good on the counter attack, and they're very good in link-up play. So it's like they're very versatile in what they can do. So I like that. I like their midfield with what's his name?
Enzo.
With Enzo, I think Enzo's not even the best in the midfield to me.
Okay. You talk about what's his name from Ecuador?
Caicedo.
Yep, Caicedo.
Yeah, Caicedo is the best to me. I think he's right now. If I'm being completely honest, I think if we're talking about a straight defensive midfielder, I think he's the best defensive midfielder maybe in the world right now.
In Europe right now?
I think he is.
Okay.
I don't think we see a defensive midfielder like that who has great ball control, physical tools, can play all over the pitch. I mean, we haven't seen a defensive midfielder like that. I think Declan Rice, you can't even really call him a defensive midfielder anymore because he plays higher up as a
But when I see him when he was playing with the England team this past week, he was playing at the central defense midfield.
When the thing is about Rice, though, it's like he plays central defending mid. He'll take a place where he comes back into defense. At the same time, he's so involved in link-up play. He's such a great ball holder too, as well, and his passing is amazing. So you have to. His technique is crazy. So it's different than a Moses Caicedo because Caicedo is more. I would say Caicedo is more like he's a more what's the word I'm looking for? I think Moses is more similar to what Conte was, but not at the level of motor that Conte had. Conte had the greatest motor we've ever seen.
That
you know
is
what
true.
I'm saying? So I think for Chelsea, I think when you take a look at their squad, I mean, you got to look at their midfield like Moses Caicedo. You got Enzo Fernandez. You got who else do you have? I mean, you could have if you want to put Cole Palmer in the central attack mid. You can have Cole Palmer. You've got João Felix. You got who else? You've got. I mean, it's talent on the team. It's definitely talent on the team, and I just think it's up to how they play. Premier League is not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy, especially
it's physical, it's injuries. But I think I have faith in Chelsea. I think they have a good team. I think Cucurella is one of the best back. What's it called? Fullbacks in the world. I think.
He's a left back, I believe. Yeah, he's on the left side.
I think Fofana is nice. I think Reece James, when healthy, is the best right back in the world. When healthy, Reece James is the best right back in the world. I'll stand on that.
Over Hakimi? Because Hakimi's position is the right back.
I think on paper. Last year, Hakimi has had 3 years in a row where he's been just playing exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Out of this world. I think in terms of, I think Hakimi also, though, I have to give James some credit because he does it in the Premier League. When he's healthy, he does it week in and week out in the Premier League, Champions League. He's done it. But Hakimi has done it on an international. And I think really, if we look at it now, Hakimi has surpassed him. But I think I still have high expectations for Reece James when healthy.
Yeah, that's true. He is a baller. He's a baller. Well, so Chelsea was one of the teams I was looking forward to. What about Tottenham Spurs, man? Tottenham Spurs, they won the Europa League, and then they had a Super Cup versus PSG. They was up 2-0, I believe, or 3-0 or something like 2-0, 3-0. They ended up going to penalty kicks, up 2-0 in the penalty kicks as well, and they end up losing that, man. But they did amazing in the transfer window, man. I ain't gonna lie, they got Xavi Simons, great midfield forward, right winger. He's a tough one. They got Mani. It's interesting to see them two tomorrow, man. And then they're playing in the Champions League as well.
Yeah,
they could be a team that's they could be a team that's not might not win it all, but they can for sure upset some teams, man. And
I think they definitely can, like you said, they can definitely upset some teams. That's
Mhm.
something they can do. I think with the additions of with Savi Simmons and Kolomwani and even Mohamed Kudus from
Yeah.
Ghana,
This is not his first year, is it? He came.
I think did he? I think this is his first year because last year he was still with West Ham, I believe.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I think I think this is they have some type of potential,
Yep.
but at the same time, I think Spurs, what their goal should be, is top six after the season they just had.
Sure.
Top six, get back into the top six. That's your goal.
Because last year was crazy, but they ended well by winning the Europa. That
Yeah,
was good for them, but they got to get top six.
they got to what's it called? Because last year's finishing in 17, that's unacceptable.
Damn, 17. That's damn near.
Almost relegation.
That's almost regulation, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think what's it called? I think Xavi is my favorite on the signing list.
Mm-hmm.
He's my favorite piece because I think technically he's amazing. I think he will show what he is capable of.
Yeah, that's how I'm definitely seeing.
I think one, you know, when we get out with him, I know he's going to be good. I know he's going to be a better finisher than Timo Werner was.
Yeah, facts.
Mohamed Kudus is going to bring some creativity and some finishing from the left side and right side, so that would be good with some pace and dribbling. That would be good. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. They also got that what's his name? That striker from Bayern.
From who?
A striker from Bayern, Mathis Tell. He's a young player.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I think once they I think if they can get a solid midfield,
Mm-hmm.
I think if Tottenham can get a solid midfield, then maybe one like strong defender maybe in the January transfer, maybe they can compete for a top 5 spot. But my goal for them is top 6.
But I like they got a defender, Pedro. He's a solid defender. I like him a lot. They got the midfielder James Madison, an England guy. He's solid, but I don't know. I don't know if he's been.
The problem with James Madison is he's going to play the same position as Xavi Simmons.
Okay.
James Madison's a central attacking mid, but he could play a center mid role, but he's going to still have to be a little bit higher up on the pitch. So if you have
Simmons can play the wing though.
Xavi can play the wing, but it's like, who are you gonna? So if you put on the wing, it's like, who do you play at the wing? Honestly, if you have all these lineups, I mean, do you put because Son is gone, correct? Right, Son is gone completely. He's in LA, I think.
He's in LA.
So if you have at the wing, I guess you put Mohamed Kudus at the. I guess you put him at the right, and then put Xavi at the left,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could put James Madison at the center attacking mid, and then Kolo Muani at the striker. I mean, or you can switch either one. I think it will work. I think their offense will be nice this year. I think we'll see a lot of creativity. That's the difference that we'll see in them is a lot of creativity. But I don't know if we're gonna have the same scoring type of output that we used to be, you know what I'm saying, so used to with like a Harry Kane, a Son, Dele Alli, and a Lucas Vieira, you know what I'm saying, in their offense. So
Yeah.
I think what's it called? I'm excited to see what they have in store.
Yeah, I definitely do. Man, let's go on to these games though. Champions League, man. This is what we're here to talk about. Champions League. They started off this week, man, on the 15th of Tuesday, 16th Wednesday, 17th Thursday. You know they don't. It's always Thursday for the first week, man.
Yeah.
First game, 12:45 our time. We got Atletico Club versus Arsenal, man. That's a tough game to start off, man. What's you like about Arsenal, man? Arsenal just picked up Isak from Crystal Palace. I don't think Bukayo Saka's not playing. He's still hurt with the hamstring. I believe it's a hamstring. Won't be back until late October. William Sabia, he might play tomorrow. He might play tomorrow. But man, Arsenal, man, how are they looking? Is it the year for them, bro? They are one of the favorites to win the Champions League, and could be one of the favorites to win Prem.
I think Arsenal. You know, I think this is the year. I hate
I think.
Hey, listen. You know, I've been an Arsenal fan a long time in my life. I say this is the year every year, but this is the year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
The year.
Arsenal is my Premier League team, and I'm excited that they picked up Victor Gorkes from I think Sporting. I think Sporting, right? Yep. Bro, this got to be the year for them, bro. They've been crying for a striker. They finally got a striker. They was calling for a left winger. They're talking about moving Azak to the left wing, and hopefully that works out, pans out, because I know he's a really a central attacking mid. But man, it got to be the year for Arsenal, bro, to do something in the Champions League, but win it for the Premier League. But like, what's your takes on this game on Tuesday, man?
I think this Tuesday, because you don't know if you have Bukayo Saka, you don't know if you have Saliba game. So, if you're an Arsenal team, you know, this is not a game where you are very too much concerned, but at the same time, you have to be in your points and cues, because the Athletic Bilbao team, if they control possession,
yeah, that's what I said. That's not a team to sleep on, though. The William brothers, they're not a team to sleep on. Well-coached team, one of the best defensive teams in La Liga last year. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, so I think Arsenal. I think what you got to do to win the game, I think you have to get I think to get Arsenal where they need to be, I think you have to get a person like I think you have to get a person like like Odegaard involved early.
Yeah.
Odegaard, he kind of have a down year last year. I think you need to get him as a captain. I think you need to get him involved early, because I think that starts to create chances for a guy like Gaio Carras in his first Champions League game for your team. I think it helps people like, you know what? And I think another thing is they got Noni Madueke from Chelsea. You know,
I forgot about to say he's probably going to be taking.
You have guys that you can rotate. You have Martinelli. You have people. Mm-hmm. You have one of the best goalkeepers in the world now.
Yep, right.
You have defense and Jesus, Gabriel. And Gabriel, you have defense and
they got Timber.
You know what I'm saying? So you have people, and you have Ezzy. You have Ezzy too. You just got Ezzy. So I think Arsenal has the pieces, but it's about making everything click. So I think it's about that. I think about you have to keep your shape, and I think the midfield has to keep possession in order to win this game against Bilbao. Because Bilbao, like you said, is a great defensive team.
But that's what I say. Odegaard, man, last year he had like a down year, but they had Declan Rice on the other side to help him out. But because Declan Rice, he stepped up last year in the Champions League. I ain't gonna lie, he had a couple of good games, man. But I feel like Odegaard, that's the guy that keeps everything in the midfield spot. So that's on him, bro.
And what I like about and what people don't even know is that also Laporte, who used to play for City, was one of the best defenders in the Prem at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Just left Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia, and now he's playing for Athletic Bilbao. So there's new pieces on the team too. So I just feel like they need to. Arsenal needs to be on point if they want to win.
So what's your predictions for that game, man? Who you got?
I think I have Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't know. I think I have Arsenal, but I think I have a 2-1. Okay. I think I have a 2-1. I think I have Nico Williams scoring the first goal for Bilbao.
Okay. Yeah, I had a 2-0 game. Wouldn't be surprised 2-1. We got the Williams brothers on each wing side. Wouldn't be surprised, but man, I feel like Arsenal has to start the Champions League strong, like how they did with the Prem. So I feel like they got to win that game. Yeah. Second game, we talk about Juventus versus Tottenham.
Yeah.
Juventus, man, they didn't have a bad transfer window. They picked up Jonathan Davis from where was he from? I think he's from Leo. He was at Leo at Ligue 1. He's a striker there. But I'm not too sure. It wasn't that too good in Serie A last year. It was a team that just played for ties and stuff like that. But what's your take on them, man?
I think it's very difficult because with these Italian clubs, they don't have the same money as, per se, the two big teams in Germany or Paris Saint-Germain, Paris in France. They don't have money like the La Liga, the 4 teams in La Liga that have money. They don't have money like the Prem teams. So it's kind of hard.
That's a big club, though.
They're a big club, but the money is not the same anymore. With all these deals and everything that's going on. We don't even get to. What's a funny thing is you don't even. How often do you see Serie A games on your TV?
Yeah, they signed a Paramount.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying. So it's very hard to really gauge these Italian teams. I think Juventus is just not the same anymore. I think after Ronaldo, it's just not.
After Ronaldo left, it hasn't been the same.
They don't really have somebody who's really a star.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. I
think they could go to the knockout stages in the Champions League, but like they haven't been the same team since Ronaldo has left.
Yeah.
Then they got a Series A match tomorrow with intermilan, so that's gonna be interesting too. That's gonna be an interesting game. But what about Tottenham, man? Tottenham, that's like a team that Tottenham is always there. They're always there. It's just that's a club that's always there, man. They got the striker, the Guinean striker. That's
bro. Watch this year. Mark my words. Top 3 striker in the world. He already is right now, but top 3 striker in the world.
Didn't he win Golden Boot for
Champions League? Yep.
Yeah, last year.
Yep. First African to have that much.
Dang.
Then he had 13 goals. Yeah.
Dang. See that? He won the Champions League last year. But then I got Joe Bellingham. They said he might be better than his bigger brother at the age of 19 is now. But what's your takes on Tottenham? Tottenham, they just like a team that I don't know. I feel like this game could be like a tie game. I feel like it could be 2-2 or 0-0. I don't know. I'm clear cut favorite in this game.
To you, bro. I'm gonna be so honest, bro. Dortmund's gonna kill them 3-0.
You think Tottenham gonna kill them 3-0? Damn.
Dortmund's a team, bro, where you like, okay, they probably not gonna win Bundesliga, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not gonna win Bundesliga, but you know they're gonna make an impact in Champions League.
Yeah.
Every year, they're always gonna get to the knockout. And they're always probably gonna get to quarterfinals.
Yeah, like for real.
So, and you gotta really think they were really in the quarterfinals. They only lost to Barca by what? I think a goal.
Yeah, they come back. They won the second leg. They came back. And the thing is with Tottenham, they was playing bad that whole year in the Bundesliga and to the end. Like they literally qualified for Champions League like by the last 2 games.
You see what I'm saying? And that's Dortmund stuff. That's Dortmund stuff. But I think Girassi, I think he's one of the best strikers. I think Julian Brandt, I think he's a playmaker. I think what's my boy's name? Nigerian boy. The light-skinned boy on the wing, Adeyemi.
Adeyemi,
yeah,
okay.
He's nice. He's nice. I'm excited to see him. And then I think Sabitzer in the midfield. I think he'll be nice. And then I think Schlotterbeck, if he's healthy, I think he's one of the best defenders in the world too.
Okay.
I think honestly, I think it's gonna be a 3-0. I think Dortmund has too much talent, whether it's young or old. I think they've got it. So. I just don't see how a Juventus would win this game.
Interesting. We got Real Madrid versus Marcelino. This is just basically to talk about Madrid. Marcelino, I don't even know who's the guy. I don't even know if Rabiot still plays there or he.
Rabiot?
Yeah, I think he signed there or he's left there.
I don't know if does he still play there? He might.
Yeah, he's not even there.
But
they got Pavard now? I didn't even know that. Benjamin Pavard plays for them now.
You know who is nice there? Who plays there? That's nice. Mason
Greenwood. Yeah, he's there. They got the Timothy we from the States, but Real Madrid, man. This is the year they get back on track, man. They got a new coach, Xavier Alonso, man. Mbappe is looking great right now. Vinicius looked good his last 2 games out, but they still mounting injuries. Tchouameni is looking like one of the best central defensive midfield as well, too.
You know, Tchouameni is one of the best. It's one of the best central defensive midfielders in the world. But the problem was last year with all the injuries, you had to play center back, then you playing out of position. But I think Tchouameni, I think his build, his size, the way he's good on the ball, he can play defense, the way he can pass. I think all of that, and him being a what's it called, an aerial threat too. I think that's a great thing. So I think he's one of the best at his position. I think Real Madrid has a lot of talent. I think Xabi Alonso is going to figure it out. I think they figure it out, and because I've seen from even just La Liga, I think they're starting to figure out that three having 3 forwards is not going to work for them.
But he's still been running. He hasn't even changed it out yet in La Liga yet. He hasn't gotten into what he has done at the Club World Cup. He's still been running the same 4-3-3. Oh,
but I feel like his 4-3-3 though, it kind of goes into like a one of like a 4-3-2-1. I think his it starts as a 4-3-3 at the formation, but it turns into a 4-3-2-1. So when I say 4-3-2-1, I mean more so like you got in your forward, you got Mendy on the left, or you have what's it called, Carvajal on the right, and you have you obviously have Rudiger and Militao at the center back positions. Then at the center, and then when I say 3, right? When I say 3, I kind of mean like really, if I could say anything, it's more like a really like a 4-2-2-1. You know what I'm saying? Like because like you have your 4 in the back, then you have a depending on who's in the game. It really depends on the matchups too. So if you have a person like Camavinga and Tchouameni at the time, right? So let's say, for example, they're playing a game like this. Let's say they play this type of game. If you have Camavinga and Tchouameni on the field at the same time, you're gonna play them back, right? Then you have somebody like now you allow somebody like Valverde to go upfield a little bit more. Now you can introduce somebody like a Arda Güler to play a cam type of 10 type of position, right? And that allows them to be creators in the field for a person like Mbappe or a person like Vinicius. You know what I'm saying? To get off. Now, if you have Vinicius, that's when you kind of take I think Tchouameni is the most important part to this team. And the reason why I say that is because he holds up everything in the midfield. I think he kind of brings the chemistry together because he plays the role. I think
that's what I'm saying. He's been looking good so far. He looked good just recently in the international play, and he's looked good to start the year off in La Liga.
Definitely.
But like, do you feel like Rodrigo's spot is like secure in Real Madrid, like, or he should think of like, is it time to exit out of Real Madrid? You said, what's up?
I think it's time to exit if I'm Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I mean, I don't think so. It's just like I just want to see a year with him in the Xabi Alonso system, bro. Because they said like he doesn't even want to play the right wing no more. Like he's cool competing with Vinicius every practice to get that spot.
And that's the problem because they're not going to get rid of Vinicius. That's the stuff.
They're not going to get rid of him.
So you know what I'm saying. And Rodrigo, right? If I'm Rodrigo, I think it's time to look for a move to the Prem or move.
Yeah, it was saying City was calling heavy. Arsenal was calling a little bit.
It's over for City now because it's like now they have Marmoush, now they have Shirky.
But they said they was going to sell Savio.
Yeah.
To go to just to get him.
I think
they sold Grealish. They sold Grealish. Well, I think he's off a loan to Everton, but they sold him out. They was making space.
I think I wouldn't do it if I was Rodrigo. It's a place where you have to fight for minutes. Still.
It's true. You're fighting again. Like
you're fighting again. You're all young players who have shown promise.
Facts.
That's
the thing with a lot of players now. It's all young players that's been showing promise, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't even talk about Man City yet. Man City got all these players, bro, that Pep doesn't even know what to do, bro. Like all that whole forward spot, midfield spot is just trapped with players that they have experience, but he doesn't know what to do with his starting 11s. Like it's quite interesting, like how this year they still starting off slow. They've been starting off slow. They lost, I think, Brighton because like all the guys are injured and he's not even playing. Like Phil Foden hasn't started games. Jerry Doku was a starting game. Cherokee, he's injured already. Omar Meshford just got injured with Egypt, so he just keeps switching lineups and stuff like that. And that's what's killing Pep right now.
And I also think it's because like you said, he has too much talent. You have people like even the what's it called, the guy from Belgium, Charles there. Like he's nice. You got Phil Foden still. Phil is a guy who can play the midfield and the wing. You still have Jerry Doku, like you said. You still have Marmouche, who's amazing. You still have you just got Cherokee, like you know what I'm saying. So I think Rodri coming back, that's another great thing.
Man, is he washed? You think he's washed?
No, I don't think.
You don't think he's washed? But man, we could go Wednesday games. PSG versus Atalanta. PSG. We've even talked about PSG. How you feel about them letting go of Gigi Donnarumma to City? I wasn't too happy with the move, but I see where coach was coming from. He's talking about he wants a guy that can defend low, because he was talking about how Cole Palmer and Chelsea exposed him on the low, off the low kicks. They were saying they want to go that can play on the ball. And they said Gigi wasn't playing on the ball well. So I got
the greatest when it comes to saves, right? He makes some saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in this era of football, you have to be able to play with your feet.
But what does it mean though? Off the feet, like just like placing the ball and kicking
placing the ball, being able to be almost like an extra pass, and being able to play with your feet, being able to toy with the defense, create space, find openings to fake a pass. He's not great with that type of stuff, especially in this new era of football where there's a lot of back passing.
Okay.
Just a lot of chances, like how we used to be. So it's a lot of back passing and possession. So if you need a goal, especially in Pep, who is the creator of possession style football, you know what I'm saying? That tiki taka, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he kind of makes it a little different for his players, but he still has that in place, right? You still have to have certain players. So Pep can't have a goalkeeper. Not Pep.
Luis.
Why am I? I mean PSG, right?
Yeah.
With PSG, Luis Enrique, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's also another guy like possession and counterattack. You know what I'm saying? So you can't play well on the ball. These Spanish coaches, you have to be able to play with the ball well. Because coming from La Liga in Spanish, it's possession. Everything is possession and technicality. So when you can't do that, I think it's kind of hard for him. It's kind of hard to put you on the squad and you can't do that.
Yeah, they grabbed Lucas
Chevalier.
Well, he's not a bad goalie. He's not a bad goalie as well. But I'm like, damn, Gigi saved him versus Liverpool, bro. Like, then they give up on him. They drop him from the squad for the Super Cup. That's like, man, he got done the bad in my eyes, bro. But man, PSG is already going through some injuries, man. You saw PSG are mad about Dembele getting hurt and Désiré Doué getting hurt for France and international break. They've been going back and forth with the officials at PSG and coach the French coach. But man, Deschamps, man, they're gonna be out for a while though. I believe both of them will be missing this. Oh, they're for sure missing this game. But they play October 1st versus Barcelona, and I'm pretty sure Dembele will be missing that game as well. I don't know about too sure about Désiré Doué.
I know Dembele is 6 weeks. So
yeah,
that's like a month and a half. So
that's what I'm saying, man. But you think and they got a tough draw. They got a tough draw again. You know, last year they had a tough draw, but they still end up winning. They got a tough draw. Atlanta, I'm not too sure how they've been doing. I heard that Lookman wanted out, but they didn't sell possession size stuff like that.
like I said, it's not as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? The quality isn't there. You only have a couple teams right now that really are threats, pose threats, and that's Inter. AC Milan is starting to kind of get its old ways back, but it's really just Inter and Napoli. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Lazio is nice sometimes, but I think it. I really don't know. I like the center back in Kusunu. I like
Come a little closer to the mic. Come a little closer to the mic.
I'm saying I like a couple of they I like the center back Kusunu. Lookman, obviously he's amazing, and then a couple of their midfielders. But like I said, I don't see them doing very well. I think Lookman will be out this year. I think this is
that's what I'm saying. He wanted out. He was looking to go to Intermilan, but I was thinking like, how would he go to Intermilan? They still got Martinez still there, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
you were trying to go to Inter. You were trying to go to Inter.
Yeah, he was trying to go to Inter Milan.
Oh yeah. I don't know how you would do that because they play a different type of ball.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think a Lookman. I think the Premier League. I think that's where he'll get the most love too. I think him being Nigerian, he'll get love. I think a club for a Lookman type of guy. Chelsea. Straight
Chelsea, but they settled in this summer with their strikers and stuff like that. They got Liam Demlab, that's their backup now. And then they got Pedro. Pedro, man, he's looking like the real dude, the next Brazilian.
But you could put Adam. You could put Lookman on the wing, or you could have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. It is very difficult. I think Chelsea is an option for him, or I think not Chelsea.
It's kind of hard now in the Prem because the top 6 teams, unless he wants to take that look to United, but it's like who wants to be at United right now with everything that's going on with United? But
another team that will fit him amazing is Atletico Madrid.
But they got Julian Alvarez.
But that's what I'm saying. He could, but that's why I would say I think I would like Lookman on the wing.
Mm-hmm.
The wing would be nice, and then I think
I never seen him play at the wing though. He played at the wing a lot with Litsko.
Yeah, I think he played some, but I think it's better. I think because you still have Griezmann, you still have a legendary Griezmann, you still have Alvarez, who's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you play Alvarez as the front striker.
Okay.
You kind of have Griezmann in the support striker role where you can play, do all this and that, and still be able to shoot from out the box and all that.
Man, speaking of Atletico though, that's the next matchup. Atletico Madrid is playing Liverpool. That's their first matchup. Atletico Madrid, man. We can start with the La Liga side, man. Is it the year like they never they won La Liga probably 5 years ago in 2021, I believe. But what's up with them competing with Real Madrid and Barcelona? They always got a good defensive front. They always play good defensive game versus Real Madrid. But then Barcelona, the defense is not there. I remember they played in the Copa del Rey and it was 6 goals or some shit combined.
I think Atletico Madrid, their problem is, I think their coach, they've had for years and years and years.
Man, the highest paid in La Liga.
He's amazing. He produces results, but the problem is he kind of holds them back with his style of play. Because their style of play is usually park the bus, one striker.
Park the bus for sure.
You know what I'm saying? They play possession, park the bus. They kind of rely on. They play very defensive, but they kind of rely on their midfield to be great passers and their strikers to be clinical.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're okay. Like I was saying, I think the coach. I think his system's kind of flawed a little bit. But
yeah, I would say because Atletico they haven't even got a win yet in La Liga yet, man. They're struggling there right now, 17th place, and they're still trying to find a win. So I feel like the game Wednesday is going to be a tough one, especially for Liverpool, who they just signed Alexander Isak, and they have a good, promising striker in Hugo Ekitike from France, man. What's your take on Liverpool, man? Is it the year that they go back and win the Champions League? Because they're probably the favorites. They could be probably the favorites right now, and they could go back to back in Prem League.
I think Liverpool's the favorite.
You said what?
I think Liverpool's the favorite.
Yeah, they should be the favorites to win the Prem for sure. Not La Liga, Champions League. They should also be the favorites.
I think it's between Liverpool. I think the top 5 teams is Liverpool, Barca, Liverpool, Barca.
Yeah, I got the odds pulled up.
Liverpool for me. I'm just saying for my personal. I'm saying Liverpool, Barcelona, Bayern.
I love Bayern.
And then I'll probably say Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say probably that 5th team, probably Arsenal.
Yeah, honestly, but man, Liverpool right now, man, they signed Florence. Yeah, man, he's still trying to find his footing, but man, once he finds his footing at the midfield spot, they still got Mac Alexander, the Argentinian guy, at the midfield spot. Dominic, damn, this nigga's last name. Dominic Subin. I don't know if you've seen that free kick he scored against Arsenal last match.
Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, Szoboszlai. He had an amazing free kick playing again tomorrow. He's been hurt. Van Dijk, man, we already know about him, man. Captain Koundé, like this team is stacked, bro. This team is stacked, but I'm just confused though. They signed Alexander Isaac, but that was rumors all summer. But Hugo Ekitike started the Prem amazing, bro. So like, what do you think is gonna happen? Is Isaac gonna move to the wing?
You paid $125 million. I said you have to give it to Isaac. You paid $125 million.
Come on, the highest.
$125 million. He's a Premier League record. He has to play. He has to play. There's no other way around it. You paid $125 million for him.
And now they're saying like they might drop Cody Gakpo off the starting 11 just so they can move Hugo to the wing.
Yeah, because Hugo is looking amazing.
He's looking amazing though. Like,
so, I mean, Gakpo has the talent, but sometimes he misses easy chances. So you know what I'm saying? That was the problem with Gakpo. So I think if Gakpo is not showing that he can score 15 plus goals in the league.
Man, they already know they got Mo Salah on the other side, man. Still not even aging, man. Not even aging.
Starting lineup. He's a legend.
He's a legend, bro. You can't take him with the starting lineup. But this Liverpool team is looking amazing, bro. I feel like they're probably gonna dominate versus Atletico, probably 2-0, but just controlling that game, bro. They're just gonna be controlling that game versus Atletico, man.
Yeah.
Another Wednesday game, we got Bayern Munich versus Chelsea, man. That's a great game. I'm high on Bayern Munich. They got one of my favorite players there, Michael Olise. He's one of my favorite players there. Then they got the coach. Their coach is from the Congo, Vincent Kompany. So I've been looking into the team a lot starting last year. But then they picked up Jonathan Tad. I didn't even realize they picked up Jonathan Tad from Bayern Leverkusen on the defensive side. They still got Alphonso Davies, but I don't think he's been healthy yet with the ACL injury. They got Kimmich, one of the best central defensive midfields too in this league. Jamal Musiala is hurt still. Harry Kane is Harry Kane. Luis Diaz been looking nice to start off his campaign with them. Also signed Nicholas Jackson. Oh, that's gonna be quite interesting. Nicholas Jackson might be playing versus Chelsea. His first game, but
Nicholas Jackson is somebody I'm so I don't know. I'm conflicted because in some games he'll be amazing. He'll play good for Senegal, but then other games.
Man, fuck that nigga, man. He scored the other day versus us. We blew that 2-0 game, bro. But yeah, man, they got a squad though. They still got up component Damn. What's the name from France?
Upamecano.
Upamecano, yeah, man. You know how to read all these names, nigga. But man, Bayern Munich, they got a squad though. I feel like they folded last year. Who did they lose? Inter Milan. They lost to Inter Milan, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they folded, bro. I feel like they could have been a good team. I wanted to see them versus Barcelona, bro. In that next round, I wanted to see them, bro. But they got all the pieces, bro. Like, what's up? What you think on them, bro?
Bayern has all the pieces. It's just about if Kompany puts it together for them.
Okay.
You got Olise, you got Harry Kane, you got Luis Diaz, you got Kimmich, you got what's his name in the midfield with him? What's his name? Starts with a G.
Bernard.
Yeah, and then you have what else do you have in the defense? You've got Jonathan Tah.
Guerrero from Portugal.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've seen the game versus PSG in the Club World Cup. They could throw that whole game, bro.
Yeah.
They could throw that whole game. They should have won that game versus PSG.
Yeah.
It just simply like the little mistakes that happened towards the end of the game, which led them to lose versus PSG. But that was like the best team instead of Chelsea that played versus PSG. But I don't know, man. They just gotta figure it out, bro. Clean up the less mistakes. I don't know if Jamal Musiala will be back this year. I don't know when Alfred Davis will be back, but this team is a solid team that should probably win the Bundesliga by easy than it was last year, because I don't think Leverkusen is going to be competing with them this year, because Leverkusen lost everybody. But I feel like Bayern Munich wins. Bayern Munich for Chelsea is going to be a tough one, because I'm high on Chelsea this year, but Bayern Munich, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern Munich wins that game. I don't even know what game to watch on Wednesday, to be honest. I might be watching that game, the Bayern Munich versus Chelsea.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be watching that. Thursday game, Man City versus Napoleon. Napoleon, they won the Series A last year. They got KDB from Man City. Man, he's already going back to Manchester. Napoleon wins that game, bro. You know, man, we just talked about Man City being banged up already. Even though Lukaku's banged up for Napoleon, they still got Scott McAtony, the midfielder. That was on the Ballon d'Or list. What's your take on that game, man?
It's gonna be a good game. I think it's a good game. I think both teams are dealing with injuries, but I think it's a good Champions League game to start up. I'm excited to see what's in store for Ryan Cherki. I'm on Man City side for what's it called?
Cherki's not gonna be playing.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah, he's out. He got hurt. He got hurt last match week before the international break, I believe. He got hurt. He's gonna be out for a minute, like months.
Wow.
I was gonna say, Man City is dealing with a lot of injuries that's gonna be out for a while.
So yeah, and I would probably say that Napoli might have a chance.
He's favorite on here. It says City's still favorites, but it's at City, so that's probably why. But that's gonna be an interesting game. KDB first game back home. We don't know. We don't know about that. But Rodri, I hope he gets into game form. He hasn't been looking the best, but we'll see about him. But the last game, Newcastle versus Barcelona, man. I was excited for this game when I first heard this game was coming out. My boy, Yona Wisak from Leeds, man, but he got hurt versus Senegal, and he won't be playing this week, or he probably not be playing on Thursday as well. But it's at Newcastle. Newcastle got one of the best environments, but Barcelona is Barcelona, man. What's your take on Marcus Rashford? How do you think he's going to fit in with this Barcelona squad?
I think he's more of a depth player. He's a depth player.
You said, what's up?
I think he's a depth player.
Okay.
I think he's a guy who's a rotation guy. I don't expect too much out of him. I think this is a place where he can gain some confidence.
But I feel like they're gonna use him a lot. Just by looking at the La Liga games, coach was telling him like he always has to stay ready, because like Lewandowski hasn't even been starting a lot of these La Liga games so far. They was entering out Ferran Torres. So I feel like that's how they're gonna do it all year. But Marcus Rashford should always stay ready. It's gonna be quite interesting though how they use him. It's gonna be real quite interesting. But what's your takes on them with the La Liga? Man? You think they're going back to back, or Real Madrid could beat them this year, man?
I think they could go back to back, but I think Real Madrid has a great chance. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be lying if I said they did it.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts.
I'd be lying if I said they did.
But what's your take on the Pedro, the midfield, man? Is he the top midfield? Is he I see a lot on Twitter, man.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm being completely honest to you. He's undisputedly the number one midfielder in the world.
So he's better than the Jude versus him comparisons is
not even close, bro.
It's not even a close game, but y'all remember what Jude did his year 1 though.
Yeah, Jude did what he did. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Trust me, it was amazing. But that Real Madrid team was fully healthy. He played a great role. He was
the best false nine.
He was playing a great false nine role. He was.
That's what Xabi Alonso said he's trying to get him back to when he comes back. I'm saying, bro, we haven't seen Jude healthy since that year, bro. I'm saying when Jude comes back this year, bro, healthy is gonna be a whole different story, bro.
If you're a false nine, you're not a midfielder.
Yeah, but you know, Jude was playing all around though. Last year,
that's what I'm saying, and we saw it last year when put in the same position. When you guys are both eights, when you guys are both playing eights, Pedri is way better than you. Pedri's ball position, his ball retaining, everything except for, I think everything except for finishing, he's better than Jude Bellingham, and maybe physicality.
Ball placement too. Passing,
yes, way better. It's not even close. Like if I could give you a rating on Pedri's passing compared to Jude's, he's not a great passer.
Jude to come back healthy game.
He's not a great passer. But he's very good at everything. Though. He's good at everything, but he's not great at passing. If that makes sense. He's good at everything though. He has a great motor. He has great finishing.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a great motor, great finishing. He's a good defender. He's a good passer. He's not the greatest dribbler, but he's a good dribbler.
Jude?
I don't think he's the greatest dribbler. I think he's a good dribbler. I think if I was to give him a ranking out of his dribbling, I would say he's an 84, 85. That's decent though. That's very good, decent. Though. I think his shooting is if I was to give his shooting is probably like a 86.
Mm-hmm.
We give his physical rating probably like a 90, like a 80 some 90. Then we can give his motor a 90 plus. His defending probably like a 70, 71. I think he's a great player, but I just don't think he's better than Pedri because Pedri's dribbling and passing are some unreal stuff. Like I think Pedri is one of the best midfielders we've seen in a long time.
All right, so after just go through these matchups that's not on week 1 or match day 1, and you just do a quick prediction before we head out, and then we're gonna do our prediction on who's gonna win the whole Champions League at the end.
Okay.
As we know, but Barcelona, PSG, I would say if PSG isn't healthy, they don't like Dembele or Dewey. I say Barcelona wins that.
I agree.
Liverpool and Real Madrid. A little rematch from last year. Liverpool beat them. If Madrid's healthy, I think it's at Liverpool though. I think that game's at Liverpool.
I got Liverpool.
You got Liverpool. I mean, damn, I forgot. That's gonna be a tough matchup, bro. Tough matchup.
If they have Isaac, bro, it's over.
If everybody's healthy, it just depends on the defensive side because Antonio Rudiger just got hurt and he's out for 3 months.
He keeps getting hurt, bro.
He just got hurt. He's out for 3 months, so I don't know how it's gonna be. Camavinga, hopefully Camavinga's back by then. They say he should be back this week, but Camavinga's, he's been injury prone for a minute now. Real Madrid has to stay healthy for them to beat Liverpool, but Madrid's my team, so I gotta go with them. Bayern, Chuck, we already did that. Messi, Napoleon, we already did that. Inter Milan versus Arsenal. Inter Milan is a park the bus team. Arsenal versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal wins that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Inter Milan wins that 1-0.
I think Arsenal wins.
Who?
I think Arsenal wins.
Yeah, I'd say Arsenal as well.
I think Arsenal.
Napoleon versus Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I say Chelsea as well. Atletico versus Arsenal.
Atletico Bilbao, though, right?
No, Atletico Madrid. They play both. Arsenal plays both Atletico Bilbao and Atletico Madrid.
I think Arsenal wins.
Me too. I say Arsenal. PSG versus Tottenham Spurs. It's a rematch. I don't know when is that though, but PSG. Spurs had the chance. Spurs blew it, but it's a different Spurs team though. It's a different Spurs team, but Atletico Madrid versus Inter Milan.
Atletico Madrid.
It depends, though.
It depends. It depends. Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Inter Miami wins it. Not Miami. Inter Milan wins it. I got Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Chelsea versus Barcelona in Chelsea.
Barca.
I got Chelsea winning that. Chelsea has to have a key win. Chelsea has to have a key win, and Barca can afford that L because Barca's schedule is weak. It's weak, so they can afford that L. And you already know the rivals. They play every year now. Real Madrid versus Man City. I think it's at Real.
Real.
I got Real big. They might PSG Bayern Munich, a rematch from the Club World Cup not semis. I forgot what round it was, but PSG versus Bayern Munich. I got Bayern Munich this time.
Bayern Munich this year. If PSG is not healthy, but I got Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Damn, that's a good game.
I got Arsenal.
I got Arsenal too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Arrieta, the coach, just fucks up and starts Martinelli over somebody. But I got Arsenal win that. Inter Milan versus Liverpool. I got Liverpool. Liverpool, man. So, man, on FanDuel, the odds right now, the favorites to win it are both tied with plus 600, Barcelona, Liverpool. PSG is plus 650. Arsenal 700. Real Madrid is 850. Man City's at 950. Chelsea's 1200. Bayern Munich is 1200. Man, who's winning the Champions League? Man,
Barcelona.
Barcelona's winning the Champions League. Why?
Last year, the way they lost,
they
didn't let a fire inside that young boy, Lamine Yamal.
Hey, what about Rafinha, bro? Like, this is the crazy.
Yeah, Rafinha, bro. Realistically, Rafinha should be winning the ball. If we're being completely honest, bro, Rafinha.
What do you take on him with Ballon d'Or? Like, if they would have had one Champions League, Rafinha, the way he started the year off, bro, there's no question that he shouldn't be Ballon d'Or, bro.
The whole season he was consistent.
The whole season, but the way he started the year off was just like, okay, he got to get it done. Like, he's getting it. But come on, man, I hate that how like they just put Lamine Yamal over him. I know Lamine Yamal, he's a
boy and everything,
and all that. But come on, man, I know Rafinha disrespected because he last year. So I know he probably feels some type of way with this year. I
think the problem was because he didn't lead in anything, even though he had amazing stats. Like, I think, let me give you an example, right? Lamine Yamal led in something in Europe. Okay. He had the most successful dribbles in all of Europe at the age of 17. So you know what I'm saying? That's leading in something that's a major category. He's the best dribbler in the world. Yeah. He might not have the best skill moves, but he's the best dribbler. We haven't seen something like this since Messi or like a Neymar. You know what I'm saying? Somebody or a Hazard. Somebody who can literally dribble up the field and do what he wants. Commands, splits 2-on-1, splits 3-on-1s. We haven't seen this in a long time. So I understand why people are feeling the way they feel, but Rafinha is one of the nicest players.
So you got Barcelona. We don't know how the bracket will lay out, but if you would see Barcelona in the championship, who would you say they're playing against?
Liverpool.
And they were both 1 and 2 seeds last year, I believe.
I think Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
Bet. Interesting. Liverpool could be in the championship. I'll say.
Or Bayern.
Yeah, Bayern. I was gonna say Bayern.
They'll probably have to play Bayern on their side though.
It depends. We don't know how the schedule bracket. The schedule's gonna be not the schedule. The tournament's gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's either them or Bayern.
But I feel like Mbappe has to get his, bro. Mbappe has to get his.
He does have to get his, bro.
He's gonna figure. I feel like Real Madrid just figures it out. They're gonna figure it out, bro.
Yeah, Xabi Alonso, I trust him.
Yeah, I trust him too, bro. I want to see them versus Bayern Munich in the championship. Now I want to see Mbappe raise it up, especially after PSG won it and they beat them 4-0. then all the chatters, man. I'm gonna keep saying Mbappe because I hope he wins Ballon d'Or next year.
Yeah.
This year is gonna be his old friend, well, his still his friend, but his old teammate Dembele. That's winning it, in my opinion, as well. But man, anything else you got for this episode, man?
I'm just excited that you put me on here, bro. And I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna see you again, probably knockout. I don't know, maybe knockout of the 9 through 24 games. We could do those, and then we just build it off. Because I don't know. I think they do another draw. I think they did another draw after that. Did they do that last year?
I think because this new system. You gotta. It's like, bro, they play 10, 15 games before. They play like a lot of games before, like.
Yeah, but we will figure it out. I'm gonna have you back on there. We're gonna have a perfect time, but man, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Oh my God, I appreciate you for having me.